Hey guys, I'm Maddie and welcome back to my channel. There have been countless months where I've tried to set budgets and to stick to the budgets and not go over what I can afford and out of my spending range. And I have failed pretty much every single month. There might have been one or two where I was like super focused in on my budget and really limited myself on what I could buy and was very aware of where my money was going to. But other than that, it's been one of my biggest struggles in life because I am very driven emotionally. Like my emotions control my spending a lot and heavily influence what I'm buying, where I'm spending my money, like whether that's on physical things for myself, for other people, whether that's like subscriptions to different like apps, like running apps, things like that, or if I think I'm buying stuff to better myself. It's just, I get very caught up in it and my emotions are very much connected to my spending habits, which is pretty detrimental because my emotions, like I'm a very emotional person. My emotions fluctuate all throughout the day. And if I spend money on every change of emotion, then I am going to be severely broke very, very quickly. And I actually have been like quite broke countless of times, like where I am in debt and don't have enough money to pay off my credit card. Like in college, I had to get a line of credit because I was spending more than I was making. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. Like I never took out student loans. That's why I had my line of credit, but the amount I was working, I shouldn't have had to take a loan out, a credit line. But because I have better money management now, but at the time I could not manage my money at all. It was in my pocket and then out again the next day. Anyways, these are just some points that I have noticed in my emotional spending and when I do self-sabotage financially, because that's another thing that I experience as well. Anyways, when I spend money, it feels like it gives me a sense of control. Sometimes my emotions fluctuate quite severely and I feel like I can't control them, that I don't have a good grasp on my emotions. So the amount of money I spend or things that I buy, I have control over that. That gives me a sense of control over my life, impacting and deciding what I purchase and how much money I spend, even though I do it pretty willy-nilly. And it doesn't seem like I'm in control, but consciously that is something like I have to consciously click something, add it to my cart and check out, even though I feel like I heavily dissociate when I go through that process. I just kind of numb out and buy things. Online shopping, that shit gets me so hard because for starters, online shopping doesn't feel real. It feels like you're playing a video game. If you've ever been to a casino, like playing the slot machines, for me, that doesn't feel real. It feels like I'm at an arcade with fake money, that it's not real money I'm putting out there. And online shopping gives me the same feelings. Like I'm paying with a credit card. It's not real money. It's not tangible, actual money that I have worked hard to earn. It's fake. It's all fake. And the dopamine and excitement that I get from tracking a package, like the whole process of it, from seeing it online on the website to adding it to my cart, checking out, getting that confirmation email, getting that shipment email, and then getting a notification that my delivery has been dropped off. Oh man, that is an addicting feeling, tracking the whole thing from start to finish. And then when the package finally gets to you, opening it and seeing the most glorious products, and then all of a sudden you are down again and all those feelings vanish so freaking quickly. Like the buildup is so intense, and then once you get the package, it honestly feels like a letdown because what you're imagining is always so much better than the reality. A lot of the products I found I was buying were things I thought were going to fix me. So whether that be like workout equipment, new skincare, health and wellness things like self-help books, supplements, protein powders, things like that. All of the stuff that I thought I needed to be a better person, needed to be a more fixed person, to be a whole person. And that is an addicting feeling as well, thinking that the next purchase is gonna be the one to fix you because you're always chasing that high. When I'm bored, scrolling through online shopping is a great way to numb out and a great way to see things and to envision a future with that item and to see how happy you are once you get that item and to see what your life would be like once you obtain that piece of clothing, those shoes, that supplement, that book, whatever you think you need. It's a fun game to play. Like you're like, oh, once I get that, like, oh, I'll be so happy. Like then I will be content with my life. And that feeling never goes away, no matter what you buy, no matter how much you spend. It is something that you are constantly gonna have to deal with. Because at the root cause, it's not the money that is the issue, and it's not necessarily your relationship with the money, it's your relationship with the products and with the feelings that you're trying to obtain by spending the money. So it's a much deeper issue than it seems, and I am constantly working through it. And one of the things that really impacts my spending is my people pleasing. So I will like to go out and treat others, buy certain things for people that I love in my life, and I think that will make me accepted. Then they'll really know how much I love them, and it'll just make me happier, it'll make them happier. And I will go way outside my spending zone, outside of my budget, in order to buy that person what I think they would like and what I think would make me look like a better person in their eyes. So it is coming from kind of a selfish place where I want them to like me, but I want them to like me because of how I'm treating them and the things I've bought for them. I just want to show other people, not that I'm living lavishly, but that I truly appreciate them, so then I'll buy the biggest and best thing for them, so then they really know how much love I have for them, which is so superficial. And once I started working more and having a full-time job, I thought earning more money equals being able to spend more and being able to spend more loosely and impulsively. Not the case, because how am I gonna save if I earn more, but then my expenses go up as well? Because then that's the same as earning less and spending less. So the math ain't mathin'. Spending money is a huge comfort to me when I'm feeling depressed or sad or anxious, because it feels like I'm treating myself. It feels like, oh, I'm going through a really hard time right now, so I deserve to spend money on candles, on books, on mugs, on clothing. I am feeling so bad about myself, so then I deserve to self-sabotage myself in return, because that makes sense, right? I'm having a hard time emotionally, so let's put myself into a hard time financially as well. It's a very, very frustrating cycle to be in, and I'm aware of it now. It doesn't stop it from happening. I still go through cycles of it way less often than before, because now I'm aware of what I do and conscious of how I spend my money and how I react emotionally. So now I can kind of keep myself in check, but sometimes my emotions take off with me and my shopping cart becomes very, very full, and I just don't even think about buying things. I'm trying to spend more with cash. Another thing, oh my God, I gotta put my coffee down for this one. This is a little side note, but one of my issues per se is I think I need to spend more on my Visa to get points, because then those points will add up and I can buy other things. So if I spend more, then I can buy more. But that's not exactly how it works. Yeah, sure, I get points for every dollar I spend, but I need to have those dollars to be able to spend to buy the things in the first place. And it's that's just not a good way to go about it at all. So I'm trying to use more cash and to keep a small amount of cash on me at all times for when I go out to restaurants, or if I just need to pick up a little thing. Instead of putting it all on my Visa, I would like to pay cash for the smaller things. I still get Visa points, but the Visa points don't make up for the money I think I'm spending. My final point on this is spending money kind of feels like a release of energy. I have all of this built up tension in myself that I don't know what to do with it. So if I spend money, then it's kind of blowing off steam, and then I can relax after and I can move on about my day. But it's I get so tight and tense with unwanted feelings that as soon as I tap my card or as soon as I press click on the buy button on the website, then the weight is off my shoulders and I can move on and I don't have to think about it anymore. It's like almost an OCD thing that I can't do anything else until I do this one thing. Like in the back of my mind, I want to do a video about trying alcohol-free beverages, but I have to go out and buy those beverages. But I think for the month of April, or we're in May, for the month of May, I didn't allocate it into my budget. So I might have to wait until June. But since I've thought about it, it's always in the back of my mind, and I feel like I can't release that until I go and buy those drinks. Fully well knowing I don't necessarily have the extra cash to spend on it right now, but it's like a compulsive act. Like I have to do it because I thought about it, so I have to follow through with it right now, and it drives me nuts. Like it is freaking insane how it works. I am trying to get a better grasp on this. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check and to do little check-ins with myself to see how I'm feeling, to see what is stressing me out, and to get to the root cause of my spending instead of just trying to restrict myself and hold myself back. Truly find out why I feel the way to do the things I'm doing. But that is a lot of self-reflection and a lot of self-work that I need to get through, and that is stressful. So then sometimes that causes me to spend more money because I don't like the things that are being brought up in me. So it's a process, but sticking to a budget and like constantly like writing down everything I've bought or every penny I've spent. Well, in Canada, we don't use pennies, but every nickel I've spent, it helps keep me accountable to myself and helps me prove to myself that I can handle things in other ways besides spending money. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.